Terrence Howard is a name that evokes many emotions: admiration, curiosity, and sometimes controversy. With his distinct voice, emotional depth, and charismatic presence, Howard carved a unique niche in Hollywood. His journey from a troubled childhood to Hollywood stardom, and eventually to semi-retirement and philosophical exploration, is a compelling saga of talent, turmoil, and transformation. Terrence Howard came into the world in a family that would soon be marked by hardship and heartbreak. His parents, Tyrone and Anita Howard, were both of mixed race, giving Terrence African-American and European ancestry. Though he would eventually become known for his intelligence and artistry, his early life was anything but stable. At the age of 2, Terrence witnessed a horrifying incident that would shape much of his emotional development. During a family outing at a Cleveland department store, his father fatally stabbed another man in front of a crowd of Christmas shoppers in an event now infamously known as the Santa Line slaying. The trauma of witnessing violence at such a young age created an emotional scar that Terrence has alluded to many times throughout his life. Following the incident, his father was imprisoned for manslaughter, and young Terrence was placed in the care of his great-grandmother, Minnie Gentry, a respected stage actress. It was under her guidance that he was introduced to literature, theater, and the arts. However, life remained difficult, and Howard later revealed that he experienced physical abuse in his upbringing. Despite these harsh realities, he developed a strong mind and a passion for learning, particularly in the fields of science and mathematics. Terrence Howard was intellectually gifted. He enrolled at the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, to study chemical engineering, a field he said fascinated him due to its precision and logic. However, after 2 years he dropped out, citing a desire to pursue acting. Though he never completed his degree, Howard has continued to claim his love for science, and later became infamous for creating his own mathematical theories, something he termed teleology. The trauma of witnessing violence at such a young age created This departure from the expected path marked the beginning of Howard's pursuit of acting, a field where he would eventually earn both acclaim and controversy. In the early 1990s, Howard began appearing in minor television roles. His early credits include appearances on Family Matters, Living Single, and Picket Fences. He had a unique look, a soulful aura, and an emotional depth that captured attention even in small roles. In 1995, he earned his breakthrough role in Mr. Holland's Opus, where he portrayed a troubled student. It was the first performance that offered a glimpse of his potential. More film and television roles followed, including appearances in Dead Presidents, 1995, The Best Man, 1999, and Big Mama's House, 2000. Howard's characters often displayed a balance of vulnerability and strength. He brought an intensity to his roles that made him a standout in every ensemble cast. But it wasn't until 2004 and 2005 that the world would see his true power as an actor. In 2004, Terrence Howard appeared in Crash, a film that delved into themes of race, fear, and identity. His role as a television director caught in a web of racial tensions added a subtle, yet powerful thread to the film's complex narrative. Crash would go on to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards. But the performance that cemented his legacy came in 2000 Flow. In the film, Howard portrayed DJ, a Memphis pimp who dreams of becoming a rapper. The role was raw, authentic, and deeply moving. Howard's commitment to the character was evident in every scene, and he even performed many of the songs on the soundtrack. His performance earned him a Best Actor nomination at the Academy Awards, making him one of the few African-American actors to receive that honor. The film's anthem, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, won the Oscar for Best Original Song, marking a moment of cultural significance. Howard became a symbol of artistic excellence and perseverance. In 2008, Howard took on a role that would have made him part of one of the most successful franchises in cinema history. He was cast as James Rhodey Rhodes in Marvel's Iron Man, starring alongside Robert Downey Jr. Initially billed as the highest-paid actor in the film, Howard played a key role in the film's success. However, following the film's release, a dispute arose between Howard and Marvel Studios over compensation and contract terms. He was ultimately replaced by Don Cheadle in subsequent films. Howard later claimed that Marvel significantly reduced his salary without warning, and that he was betrayed by colleagues. The experience left him bitter and distrustful of the industry. This setback marked the beginning of a decline in major film roles, and Howard turned increasingly toward television. In 2015, Howard found redemption and renewed fame with the Fox series Empire. Created by Lee Daniels and Danny Strong, Empire was a groundbreaking show that blended hip-hop culture with corporate power struggles, family drama, and psychological complexity. At its center was Lucius Lyle, a ruthless music mogul and father who ruled his empire like a king. Howard's performance was electrifying. He brought charisma, vulnerability, and menace to the role, channeling his own life experiences into the character. His on-screen chemistry with Taraji P. Henson, who played Cookie Lyon, added magic to the show and drew millions of viewers. Empire became one of the most successful, Black-led series in television history, and Howard's portrayal of Lucius Lyon became iconic. Yet, despite the show's success, Howard announced in 2019 that he was retiring from acting after the final season, stating that he no longer wanted to pretend to be people. Terrence Howard's personal life has been as dramatic as his acting roles. He has been married multiple times, including to Lori McComas twice, and Mira Pacquiao, a model and restaurateur. With Pacquiao, he has 2 sons, and in total, he is the father of 5 children. Howard has also faced several allegations of domestic violence and has admitted to violent behavior in previous relationships. These incidents have sparked public criticism and complicated his image as a public figure. Adding to his mystique is his deep belief in alternative science and philosophy. Howard has stated that traditional mathematics is flawed and created a theory he calls teleology, based on his own ideas about the logic of the universe. Though these claims have been widely criticized by experts, Howard remains deeply committed to his theories and has expressed interest in building alternative energy devices. Terrence Howard's legacy is one of brilliance, conflict, and creativity. As an actor, he brought complexity and humanity to every role, portraying characters who are often deeply flawed yet undeniably magnetic. His work in Hustle and Flow, Crash, and Empire will remain landmarks in Black cinema and television. Though his personal life and beliefs have often raised eyebrows, they also reflect a man who is unafraid to question the world, even at the cost of his reputation. His blend of intellectual curiosity, emotional vulnerability, and artistic talent makes him a unique and enduring figure in American entertainment. Terrence Howard's rise to fame was not immediate. Like many aspiring actors in the early 1990s, his initial years were spent performing in small television roles. His first notable appearances came through shows like Family Matters, Living Single, and Picket Fences. During this time, Howard earned a modest income, typically a few $1,000s per episode. These roles were financially humble, but they helped him gain visibility and valuable experience in front of the camera. As he transitioned to film roles in the late 1990s, such as in Dead Presidents, 1995, The Best Man, 1999, and Big Mama's House, 2000, Howard's income increased. While not yet a Hollywood heavyweight, his performances began attracting attention from major studios, earning him an estimated $250,000 to $500,000 per role during this era. In 2005, Terrence Howard had a career-defining year. He starred in Hustle and Flow, portraying DJ, a Memphis pimp who dreams of becoming a rapper. Though produced on a limited budget, the film struck a chord with audiences and critics alike. Howard's portrayal earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, placing him among Hollywood's elite. Despite the modest salary for the role, reportedly under $100,000, the film opened doors to higher-paying projects. That same year, he appeared in Crash, which won Best Picture at the Oscars, and Four Brothers, further increasing his demand. His market value skyrocketed, and he was soon offered leading man salaries in the range of $1 million to $3 million per film. One of Howard's most notable financial achievements came with his role in the 2008 Marvel blockbuster Iron Man. Cast as James Rhodey Rhodes, Howard was, surprisingly, the highest-paid actor in the film, earning a reported $3.05 to $4.5 million. At the time, Robert Downey Jr. was still in the midst of his career revival and accepted a lower fee. However, after Iron Man became a global success, Marvel Studios proposed a significant pay cut for Howard, in the sequel reportedly reducing his salary offer to around $500,000. Feeling betrayed, Howard declined the offer and was replaced by actor Don Cheadle. This decision had profound consequences for his long-term financial future. Had he remained part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, he could have earned upwards of $30 minus $40 million, factoring in sequels, merchandise royalties, and franchise bonuses. This fallout with Marvel was not just a professional setback, it also marked a major financial turning point in Howard's career, closing the door to one of Hollywood's most lucrative opportunities. While Howard's film career became quieter after his fallout with Marvel, he staged a dramatic return to financial success through television. In 2015, he was cast as the lead in Fox's Empire, playing the ruthless and charismatic music mogul Lucius Lyon. The show quickly became a cultural phenomenon. In the early seasons, Howard reportedly earned $125,000 to $175,000 per episode. As the show's popularity grew, so did his paycheck. By the final seasons, his per-episode salary was estimated at $250,000 or more. With the show spanning 6 seasons and approximately 90 episodes, Howard is believed to have earned between $20 and $25 million from Empire alone. In addition to his acting salary, Howard also benefited from the show's music royalties, appearances, and public visibility, all of which revitalized his brand and financial profile. While Howard did not venture heavily into commercial brand endorsements, he did align himself with Lincoln Motors, appearing in sleek and sophisticated ad campaigns. However, most of his financial ventures have been personal and unconventional. Howard is known for his deep fascination with science and mathematics, so much so that he has developed a personal scientific theory he calls teleology. According to Howard, traditional mathematics is flawed, and he claims to have redefined basic principles, including redefining 1 times 1 as equaling 2. While his theories have been met with skepticism and ridicule from the scientific community, Howard has invested time and personal resources into developing inventions inspired by these ideas. He has publicly stated his ambition to create new forms of energy, flying machines, and geometrical inventions. Though none have yet reached commercial production, these projects have reportedly cost him significant personal capital, further impacting his overall net worth. Despite his substantial earnings, Howard's financial stability has been compromised by legal battles and personal financial obligations. Divorces and spousal support. Howard's turbulent relationships have been financially taxing. He has been married multiple times and has paid substantial amounts in spousal support. His legal battle with ex-wife Michelle Gent was particularly costly. In 2015, the court ordered Howard to continue paying support after discovering he had underreported his finances, IRS issues, and tax controversies. In 2023, Howard and his current wife Mira Park were investigated by the IRS for alleged tax evasion. Howard's unconventional beliefs about mathematics have extended to taxation. He has claimed he owes no taxes based on his unique interpretations of numbers and logic. While no formal conviction has been made public, the scrutiny and legal costs have further strained his finances. Royalties and lawsuits. Howard has filed lawsuits for unpaid royalties, particularly concerning the use of his image in Empire promotional materials. He claims he has not received fair compensation for merchandise and branding tied to his likeness. Despite these issues, Howard has owned several valuable properties throughout his career. Homes. He has had residences in Los Angeles, Chicago, and Pennsylvania. Some of these properties have been sold, possibly to cover expenses related to legal fees or personal projects. Vehicles. Howard is known to have a taste for luxury and classic cars. He has been seen driving Range Rovers, Mercedes-Benz models, and even custom vintage vehicles. Spending habits. Howard reportedly lives a relatively quiet lifestyle today, focused more on his scientific pursuits than on Hollywood glitz. He has been described as introspective and prefers private work over public life. To the ebb and flow of his earnings, costly legal entanglements, tax scrutiny, and investment in non-commercial scientific theories, financial experts estimate Terrence Howard's current net worth to be between greater than $5 million to $7 million as of 2025. This is significantly lower than what it might have been had he remained in the MCU or avoided prolonged legal and tax complications. Terrence Howard's financial story is a mirror to his life and career, brilliant, unorthodox, and fraught with contradiction. From Academy Award nominations to high-stakes Hollywood disputes, from television riches to philosophical beliefs that challenge the foundations of science and law, Howard's financial life is not just a matter of income and assets. It is a reflection of a mind that refuses to conform. Though his net worth may not match that of his contemporaries, Terrence Howard has left behind a far more enigmatic legacy, one of emotional depth, spiritual searching, and artistic integrity. In the end, his fortune, however measured, seems less tied to dollars and more bound to his ever-unfolding quest for truth and purpose.